All right, welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking a seriously dense 100-point survival guide and turning it into an absolute masterclass for keeping your Suzuki Ignis running and thriving for literally a century. Whether you're cruising down smooth city streets or tackling some seriously challenging terrains, how you treat your vehicle dictates its lifespan. So we're breaking down a comprehensive list of durability and value strategies tailored specifically for real-world demanding conditions.
The source material gives us exactly 100 practical, absolutely no-nonsense strategies. These are designed to totally future-proof your car against some of the harshest, most demanding driving conditions out there. Think the rugged roads of Kenya. It's an incredibly specific list, heavily focused on reliability, durability, cost-saving, and maximizing resale value. But let's be real, reading through a massive checklist of 100 items? Yeah, it kind of feels like reading a dictionary.
So the real question here is, how do you actually remember and apply all this without turning into a full-time mechanic? I mean, how do we take all these brilliant little micro-habits, like say, checking your transmission oil every 20,000 kilometers, and actually bake them into a realistic, actionable lifestyle for you and your car?
Well, let's just dive right in. We're organizing these tips into 5 clear pillars of longevity to act as a roadmap from your daily morning startup to the eventual sale. We've got the foundation, the shield, the human element, the bank, and finally, the future.
Starting off with Pillar 1, the foundation. This covers the absolute bedrock of your vehicle's lifespan, strict maintenance and prevention.
Hitting these exact kilometer-based service intervals, that is literally the lifeblood of your engine. The source absolutely insists on a strict service every 5,000 to 7,000 kilometers, no excuses, using only high-quality synthetic 5W30 engine oil. Then, when you hit 10,000 kilometers, it's time to swap that air filter and get your wheels aligned and balanced. Pushing up to 40,000 kilometers? Right, that means flushing and replacing the coolant. Following this exact timeline is what stops minor everyday friction from turning into a catastrophic engine failure.
And beyond just the engine, treating your car's suspension and fluids to regular preventative health checkups is going to save you from massive mechanical headaches down the road. Every 6 months, top up your brake fluid and check that battery health. Every 15,000 kilometers, you want to get under there and inspect the suspension bushes and shock absorbers. Plus, keep a regular eye on those CV joints and boots. Oh, and probably the golden rule from the source material, never ever ignore your dashboard warning lights. I mean, that's literally your car begging for help.
Moving on to Pillar 2, the shield. Let's look at how to protect your car from relentless environmental warfare.
It's super interesting how calendar-based habits act like a crucial coat of sunscreen for your vehicle. On an annual basis, getting underbody rust-proofing, like Dynatrol, is an absolute must. Every 6 months, slapping on a ceramic coating or a really high-quality wax will protect the paint. And I love this one. During the rainy season, the source cleverly suggests tossing dehumidifier bags inside the cabin to stop moisture buildup, and just keeping the windows cracked slightly to let the cabin breathe. Genius, right?
It's kind of funny but critically true. Nature is absolutely your ultimate enemy here. Whether it's bird droppings eating away at your paint or hidden mud from unpaved Murram roads, you've got to wash it off immediately. The source points out that bird droppings are highly acidic and will just destroy your clear coat if you're parking under trees. Likewise, hitting those dirt roads packs mud right into your wheel arches and undercarriage. If you don't aggressively wash under the car, ideally once a week, that trapped mud holds onto moisture and rust will just quietly eat your car alive.
All right, Pillar 3, the human element. Because frankly, all the maintenance in the world won't save you if your daily driving habits are thrashing the car.
So here is your new daily routine. It starts with a 30 to 60-second engine warm-up. Think of it exactly like taking the time to stretch before hitting the gym for a heavy workout. You never want to rev the engine hard when it's cold. Once you're actually moving, the name of the game is smooth driving. Avoid sudden acceleration, shift gears smoothly, and definitely don't ride the clutch. When you're heading downhill, use engine braking instead of just cooking your brake pedal. These small, conscious adjustments drastically reduce the daily stress on your Ignis's transmission and braking systems.
The source text actually has a really playful but dead serious warning. Don't use the car as a matatu. Basically, remember, this is your personal Ignis, not a commercial Kenyan minibus. A matatu is overloaded, constantly stopping and starting, just pushed to the absolute limit all day long. Your Ignis shouldn't be subjected to that kind of punishment. Keep your speed reasonable on bad roads, dodge those potholes when you can, and absolutely do not overload it with heavy cargo.
Now we hit Pillar 4, the bank. This completely reframes vehicle maintenance from a frustrating list of chores into a genuinely brilliant financial strategy.
Look, investing in genuine parts and keeping a meticulously detailed service book is going to absolutely skyrocket your resale value 10 years down the line. On the flip side, cosmetic mods and smoking inside, that will actively drain your investment. When it's time to sell, buyers want a pristine interior, so no smoking, and they want original, clean aesthetics. That means those flashy cosmetic modifications you love might actually hurt your asking price. Honestly, the single best thing you can do for your wallet is document everything. Keep every receipt, stamp that service history book, and take clear photos of the car every 6 months just to prove how well you've baited it.
To really maximize your financial return, you should track every single expense in a notebook and basically treat your one trusted mechanic like your personal wealth advisor. The strategies highly recommend budgeting for major services, things like timing chain replacements or big suspension work, long before they're actually due. By planning to keep the car for a minimum of 8 to 10 years and servicing it at reputable garages where you build a deep, trusting relationship with one mechanic, you totally bypass the massive depreciation hit of constantly buying new cars. Plus, you catch those tiny issues before they snowball into financially devastating repairs.
And finally, we arrive at Pillar 5, the future. This is all about future-proofing and making smart, functional upgrades for the long haul.
The rule of thumb here is you should only be spending money to upgrade functional parts that add actual safety or real value. We're talking high-quality dash cams, better brake pads, or hey, even considering a CNG conversion if fuel prices happen to skyrocket. The source is super clear on this. Skip the useless aesthetic mods. Instead, add parking sensors if the factory didn't fit them. Throw in some all-weather floor mats to save your carpets. Install a heavy-duty car alarm to protect your asset. And upgrading to better headlights when the time comes, that is a direct investment in your own safety.
You've also got to be prepared for the unexpected. Join a roadside assistance service, carry basic tools, and please, take the time to learn some basic fault diagnosis yourself. You shouldn't be left completely helpless just because a belt snaps or a tire goes flat. Keeping the original tools and jack in good working order, carrying a proper emergency breakdown kit, and just knowing how to do the basics, like an oil change or a tire swap, ensures you are never left stranded on the side of the road.
The overarching philosophy we can really distill from all this source material is simple, but it is incredibly powerful. Maintain it like you want to keep it forever. Treat the car with respect, and it will serve you so much longer. Every single oil change, every washed wheel arch, every time you take that extra 30 seconds just to let the engine warm up, it all compounds. You aren't just driving a car, you're managing a complex machine that heavily rewards diligence and severely punishes neglect.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on the next time you grab your keys. Armed with these 100 strategies, will your vehicle outlast you, or will your daily habits destroy it first? The choice, and quite literally a century of durability, is entirely in your hands. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Until next time, drive safe and treat that engine right.